Peace and love. Peace and love. What's going on, y'all? This is the 30-day content challenge. I'm here. This is probably one of my favorite spots. I'm outside the house, at my house, underneath the tree, and this is where I do a lot of my releasing, some meditation at times. Sometimes I come down here to release some emotions. So this is where I'm just gonna talk. Like I came here not knowing what I'm gonna talk about, but hey, we're on the 30-day challenge, content challenge. This is day 4. Make sure if you're watching this, subscribe to the channel to see more content like this for 30 days. Well, I'm just gonna be talking to you, telling you about my life, some of the life lessons. Hopefully I could give some things to you, and we're gonna continue to grow, right? So I remember it's been last year since I discovered, like, really committed to grounding, right? For a while I've been hearing a lot about grounding and the benefits of grounding and doing it, but it just wasn't something I was really into, putting my bare feet into the dirt. Didn't make sense to me until I really did some research and realized that the rubber that we wear in our shoes are conductors, and when the earth itself have natural electric charges that goes to the feet that helps the heart and the body. And when we wear rubber conducts electricity. So when we're wearing our shoes, sneakers, all that, we're stopping those charges. And why do you think heart issues is the #1 disease in America, right? Quick little fact. But hey, I'm not here to go into that type of information. I want to talk to you about just what I've been doing when I come out here. My grandmother transitioned back in March. I'm 36 years old at this moment of recording. Until March 5th, there's not been a time in my life my grandmother was not in the same home I was living. So me losing my grandmother did a lot to me emotionally, did a lot to me, and it made me had to learn how to come out here and release a lot of tense emotions, right? And on top of that, in the last 6-7 years, I've lost an aunt, I lost a good friend of mine, I've lost 2 cousins, my grandmother, and just a few people that I interacted that's in my life, that I know, that I watch, and that I connected with. So I've been dealing with grief for a while. But when you grieve, you're not just grieving the loss of said loved one. Grief don't just come from losing people that you love. Grief actually comes from losing anything that adversely affects your everyday living or your lifestyle. So for instance, if you lose a job, you're going to go to a grieving period, especially if you've been in that job for years. You've had a lot of years, you built relationships, you've done so well, you attach yourself to that career, and that job just lets you go for whatever reason. You're going to grieve. You're going to grieve if you lose money. Somebody robs you or takes money from you. There's a grieving process. Grief is part of life, because grief allows us to shed that old, it's part of shedding that old version of us to become a newer version, a newer and more improved version of us. And we have different versions of us as we grow. And with grief, I could tell you that I was doing some work last year, and when I went to grief, because I was grieving, I went backwards a little bit. And I was dealing with, and I was acting and responding to situations in my life in the same way I was doing prior to the recent healing journey that I've been. So I had to kind of get back to myself. And coming right here under this tree helped me do a lot. The thing is that I'm realizing that outdoor living. If I was, right now I live in Florida. If I was living in Jersey, in the neighborhoods I was living in, I was last living in Irvington, there's no way I would be doing this. There's no way. It's so noisy. It's a lot of things going on. You got so much. Right now, it's pretty peaceful. And where I live in Central Florida, a lot of people has moved here, but still has enough space for us to be able to still enjoy that quiet time and that peace. You know, somebody riding, they ride around with their motorcycle, but trust me, I can tell you where I lived, there was um, a police station not too far from my house on one end, and on the opposite end, a fire department, and if you go a little further, a hospital. So on the regular, sirens was coming back and forth in where I was living, and you couldn't go a day without hearing a siren, whether it's a fire truck siren, a police siren, or an ambulance siren. If I hear a siren out here, it's a rare thing. And it's not to say that things don't happen, but I don't hear sirens out here as much. But anyways, my point is that being in this environment, being in this space, gives me that freedom to be free, to let my mind be free, to release whatever I'm dealing with, so that I can go forward in life and grow into the person I am. If it wasn't for me doing the releasing, I wouldn't be doing this challenge. I'm here saying, you know what? The purpose of this challenge is to let go whatever judgment. Find one thing that I can focus on and do it consistently. Create a mindset behind it, because part of what I'm doing within my business, this is my business right here, as y'all can see, Gold Mines Transformation Company. That's the name of my business, and I'm going to be playing a major role in transforming lives, helping people become the better version of themselves. And that's why I wrote my book. This is what I'm doing in my business, and this is what I'm going to be doing. And I'm in the process of creating and launching my business. And one of my main aspects of my business is content creation. To have a business in this world in 2024 and not have content as part of your business plan is wild, especially for smaller businesses. Social media is the way to kind of market your business, market your message, and things that you want to do to attract more customers, clients, and people to support or purchase from you. So that's why I'm doing this. So make sure you guys are tapped in. And another thing, what I'm not doing is I'm not taking one day and try to record content multiple times in one day. No, I'm literally making sure I take a few minutes out my day to make sure I record something so it can be uploaded. So that's the way I'm doing it. And yeah, subscribe if you made it to this point in this video. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tapping on this video to watch. And make sure you share it and send it to people so they can watch. Peace and love. I'll see y'all later.